Evening friends, I'm the vegan here, and today I show you a very nice zucchini bread. Crunchy on the outside and soft inside and still raw. Wonderful. All these nice ingredients I have here. First of all, I have my zucchinis. I won't use all of them, just I need 4 cups. Shred them first, that first of all, to make no confusion here. I have my food processor. The S plate, my standard, I will need that later. First of all, I put in my shredder disc. I will fine shred it. You can shred it grossly and fine. I want to have it fine now, so the small things come up. So this is a very nice tool. You need it all the time. You're doing breads, cakes, nut pastes, whatever, pâtés, yeah. And it's so easy. I take my zucchini. I need 4 cups. I don't know how many I need, how many zucchini. They are different. So I just begin and show you how it works. So that's 1 zucchini. Let's see how many cups that is. See how nice that it looks. Shredded zucchini, isn't that nice? Ooh, very fine. Super nice. And to measure a cup, I press it into the cup. Oh, see. 1 zucchini, a bit more than a cup. So now I know. Let's see. Again, 3.5 zucchini. And on we go. Whoops, but not without my shredding blade. There we go. Second line on my third. Quickly measure it. Might be 4 hours already here in. It's second cup. Oh, that is so nice texture. Third cup, and yeah, 4th cup. So yeah, I needed just 3 of these medium zucchinis. I put the rest in. That's nice. That's fine. And next, put that aside. See, that's how much I have. Forms 2 loaves of bread. So then I exchange my blades. Now I need my S blade, the wave-like blade, you see, goes in. The rest can stay, but because it gets mixed up in the end anyway. So I need here, that goes aside, I don't need them anymore. But I do need the container. This one I will need to mix the dough. So now, I have the next ingredients are apples and date mousse. I have 2 apples here and dates. Half cup of date mousse. And yeah, just put it into the food processor together with the dates, the mousse, the date mousse. That's so easy. Raw food is so easy. So fast. And if you clean it up afterwards, it's a whiff. It's just without fat in it. Whoops, I have to have it turn it over. Scraping down the sides. That's the usual process. It's all regular. It's always like that. Maybe I go a little bit slower, more slow, and then it won't push the apples up that fast. So I turn down my food processor, the speed, to lowest speed, and let's see what happens. Well, yeah, it pushes up anyway. Yeah, still pushing it up. Not that fast though. That's too much. Okay. I cannot dance now because I have to put it to help it down all the time. I want it smooth. Nice combination with the zucchinis. Yeah, the low speed is easier for the apples. It gets better because then it pushes it not so fast up to the sides, but it falls down faster. That's nicer combined. Yeah, that works. That works better. Well, sometimes you have to be a little bit patient, but it's also easy. Anybody can do that. Just follow the guidelines step by step. Can't go wrong. There. There we go. There we go. Check it out. Applesauce almost. One more scraping on. If you have a smaller food processor, this will be easier. I used to make huge quantities, larger quantities, because I have friends inviting them for dinner or lunch. And then I eat more quantities, so I have a bigger one, larger one. The smaller quantities take some more time than something, but it still works, as you see. Just a couple of minutes. Well, that's enough. That's enough for my zucchini. Better take out the blade. Cleanse it a little bit. And see what I have here. Smooth apples. That goes into my zucchinis. These are the wet ingredients. They get combined first. This is a little, already can see this bowl I have here is a little bit too small. And otherwise, I begin stirring here, mixing it. That's why I need the other one, the bigger one. Put it all in here. It's easier to combine. So, just have a bigger bowl at hand. Makes it a little bit easier. Just mix it up. Now combining. Now using your hands with that, of course, you know, kneading a dough, always nicer to have it done by the hands. Then, so much easier. So let's combine. Zucchini. This is very wet. And you know, zucchini, they will draw the water. So it will all be soaking. So however, I have, to prevent that, I have my other ingredients here. You see, I have 3 more ingredients here for you to see. First, my nut flour. I have my hazelnuts from the hazelnut milk I enjoy so much. I have here 4 cups or 3 cups. Yeah, 3 cups. I have flaxseed, ground flaxseed. That's a cup or half a cup. And I have some cinnamon. First I combine my dry ingredients all together in this bowl. Because if I separate the dry and the wet ingredients, it's very much, it's a lot easier to get it all combined. And later, I put together the wet and the dry ones. So, So here goes the nut flour. This is the part of the flour of real bread, baked bread. This is the flax seed, cinnamon, and all in. And the flax seed will take up all the moisture that is superficial. It would make the bread mushy. So combine this with my hand again, and the nut flour. That will make the doughy consistency of the bread. So it's a very nice recipe I found online. I guess it was Susan Powers. She came up with that recipe. And I guess it will be a very nice bread. She always has these nice recipes. I can recommend her. It's raw amazing. It's her website. And of course I alter a little bit the recipes to start from. And you will learn to cook, how to cook. I really recommend to use as a starting point a recipe that you have found and that you can trust in. Because many chefs get out the recipes and you don't really know what's coming out of it if you try. It's in general like that. So you start with a recipe from a trusted author, a chef, and you make your own differences. For example, I always take up the some make what is in mushrooms or these kind of fungi or soy sauce. I replace that or leave it out. And the sweeteners, I prefer dates, for example, in general. That's the easy things. And then if it comes to the kind of flour you use, you can have your preferences, or the kind of nuts you use, you can have your own preferences. Well, I've combined now my wet and my dry ingredients here. It goes into the zucchini and apple mixture. I combine that, and my dough is already done, almost done. So I combine this now, again, with my hand. The best way to make a dough. You're no way around that. Because you have these kitchen aids, these wonderful kitchen machines, kitchen helpers. They can do the job of combining, kneading a dough. Very easy, but for this dough, I really don't need a kitchen aid. It's so easy, so fast, as you can see. I could use one. There. Well, it's easy like this. So this is my dough, you see, it's almost a really, that's a wonderful dough here. And then, if you see that a recipe works for you, your ingredients, with your kind of making, then you can begin, that's the way I do it, then you can begin, or I will begin, to make my own inventions, my own creations. Because I pretty much believe in history. I think sometimes there are so many chefs around in the history of the cooking, the culture, human culture, that there are hundreds of ideas. The bread, for example. Who invented the bread? It's a genius idea. So I wouldn't have invented the bread that easily. So I take a bread recipe and I copy it, and then I know how to make breads. And invent my own breads. That's the way it goes. Nothing about it. So I combine my dough. See? It's a real nice dough. It's moisty. Now the flax seeds begins to gel out and take in the liquid. It's a wonderful effect of the flax seed. It's a wonderful effect. And I put in walnuts. Here I have a cup of walnuts. I chop them, put them in. You can use any variation. Without nuts. Different kind of nuts that you like. Now I'll try this one. So, what I do now, I will show you the next step immediately. I take it in 2 halves, like this. dehydrator sheet here. And this is my bread loaf. And I take another one. And once I dehydrate that for a couple of hours, I will cut it into smaller stripes, which I can serve later, and go on dehydrating and to have it on all the sides of the breads. I have it crisp, and inside it is very nice and moisty, or I say soft, like a real bread, without baking it. See? Well, you can use any shape you like, but if you have these outsides nicely and crisply dehydrated, it will have a very nice effect. Another shape, another loaf, second one. So, pretty nice amount of bread you have. And there's one special trick raw foodists found. So you have it begin to dehydrate at a higher temperature, let's say 50 degrees or so, and it's 150, 145 Fahrenheit. That does not mean that the temperature really goes into the bread, because the outside is full of water and it evaporates out if you heat it up. So the evaporating water cools down the bread, the surface, and the temperature will never rise over 105 degrees Fahrenheit while you dehydrate in the first hour. So that's how you get it crispy on the outside, and then you turn down the temperature, because this effect only lasts for 1 or 2 hours. So after 1 hour or 2 hours you have to turn it down to the correct temperature, 105 degrees or so. And then you have to take some more time. See my bread loaves, my zucchini bread loaves. I show you now, I show when I cut them into the pieces, and I show when they're ready in the photo. My friends, see you very soon. 4 hours later, these loaves, zucchini bread loaves, are ready to be cut into smaller pieces, the stripes. You see that? A bread knife, and begin. It's cutting easy. See what's things here. This is what I cut. Piece of bread. The shape, final shape of that be along the piece. Place it on the oven. Hydration tray. That seems to be a nice experiment. Ready to go on. Ready to be continued. Well, rest your next thing. You can very well imagine how that works. I will continue and dehydrate them again. Now that might take another more 12 to 18 hours. And I'll show you the result. Zucchini bread. See you very soon. Zucchini bread is done. Let me show you a little bit close up. You can have an impression how nice they look. What do you say? See, it is wonderful outside, and the outside they are really crispy. You see? Nice. And breaking in the middle, still soft, chewy, and it tastes so nice. Wonderful bread. Very soft inside, like bread should be. Arnold's the way to use this. Like zucchini bread. Oops. Thanks for bearing with me. We'll see you very soon.